Pag-usapan natin ang tungkol pa rin sa tithes, the tithing curse. So, papaano ma-curse? Papaano ma-curse dito sa tithes? Under the covenant obligation with Israel, God bless those who were obedient to the commandments and curse those who were disobedient. So dito pala, pag hindi na nasunod ang pagbibigay ng tithes ay mayroong curse. Mayroong curse pag ito ay hindi nasunod dahil ang tithes ay utos ng ating Panginoon at ito pag hindi nasunod, yan naman po ay curse. So this is why Paul declares that being under the law was a curse to sinful humanity, since even one transgression was a breach of the covenant. So sinabi ni Apostle Paul, yung hindi nagpapatuloy, yung hindi sinusunod ang buong kautusan, ito ay curse. At isa na dito, yung hindi pagsunod sa utos patungkol sa tithes. Anong sinasabi sa Galatians chapter 3 verse 10? For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. Anong sinasabi niya? Kung those who are under the law or works or gumagawa sa ilalim ng kautusan, sila ay under curse. Sila ay ilalim sa sumpa. For it is written, curse is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. Pag hindi pala ito ginagawa, kung ano ang nakasulat sa kautusan, sila'y namumuhay sa sumpa. Bakit? Dapat sundin lahat ang mga nasa kautusan, gagawin lahat kung ano ang mga sinasabi doon, hindi yung pinipili lang. Kaya pala, lahat ng hindi sumusunod ay under curse. So, James describe the same strict requirements of the law. Since ito si James ay nagtuturo under the law, at sinasabi din na yun. Kung sinasabi sa Galatians chapter 3 verse 10 na dapat sundin kung ano ang nakasulat sa kautusan, ay dapat sundin. Pag hindi sundin, ito ay mayroong curse. At sinasabi din ni James. Sinasabi din ni James chapter 2 verse 10, for whatsoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So dapat sundin lahat. Hindi pwedeng pick up ng gusto lang natin. Dapat lahat susundin. Kasi pag hindi sundin, yan po ay makasalanan pa rin. Kaya napakalinaw yung sinasabi din sa James na kung hindi mo nasunod kahit isa lang, hindi mo na nasunod lahat. Hindi mo na nasunod lahat yung ni-required, yung sinasabi ng kautusan. Kaya pag hindi ito nasunod, ang isang tao ay under curse. During his ministry, the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the circumcision, Jesus did not abrogate the law. Instead, he further explained the ability of the law to condemn. Anong sinasabi niya sa Mateo chapter 5 verse 19? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men, so he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So yun po yung mababasa natin. Whosoever therefore shall break one. Kung mayroon siyang na-violate kahit isa lang, hindi na siya makakapasok. Hindi na siya makakapasok sa kaharian. Ayun ang requirements kasi dapat sundin. O papaano nga ma-curse ang tithes? Papaano the tithing curse? The law of God required tithes and offerings is clear. Basahin natin sa Deuteronomy 14. Deuteronomy 14:22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, that the field bringeth forth year by year. So the law of God required tithes and offerings. Napakaliwanag po. And then the most popular among preachers, ito po. Ano yung popular sa mga preachers? The most popular among preachers of the tithe is God's rebuke of Israel for their lack of tithing and offerings. Ganun po ang ginawa ng Panginoon dahil kulang. The lack of tithing and offerings. Anong sabi sa Malachi 3:8? Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. So dahil ang bayang Israel ay nagkukulang, hindi nila nagawa. Kaya yun po ang sinabi dito sa Malachi chapter 3 verse 8. Naturally, Israel was placed under a curse for breaking the covenant agreement. Ang Israel po sa puntong ito, sila ay under curse. Bakit sila ay naging under curse? Hindi nila sinunod ang sinasabi. Hindi nila ginawa kung ano yung agreement. Kaya sa Malachi 3:9, ye are cursed. Ye are cursed, referring to the nation of Israel. For ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Paul's statement about being under a curse rings true when we read about this sentence to Israel. So napakatindi po yung hindi nila pagbibigay ng tithes. Itong mga Israelites ay sila ay under curse dahil mayroon silang agreement. Mayroon silang agreement sa ating Panginoon at hindi nila nagawa. So sila ay under curse. At ganun din ang na-mention ni Apostle Paul sa mga hindi nagpapatuloy sa paggawa, pagsunod ng buong kautusan, sila ay under curse. Ayon naman kay James chapter 2 verse 10, kung may isa na hindi mo nasunod sa kautusan, ay na-violate mo na lahat ng kautusan. So papaano naman na hindi sila magiging under curse, na hindi sila under curse? Historically, Okay? Christians have failed in meeting the tithe requirements of the law-giving far less than what the law of God required of Israel. So a careful reading will reveal that even 10% is not enough. Although lack of generosity may be a problem in the church. Okay? Lack of generosity, yun yung problem sa church. A far worse problem is created every year by the priesthood of modern churches that place their congregation under the tithing curse. Yan po ang nangyayari. Naging under ang modern church ay napapahamak ang mga congregation na sila ay nailalim sa curse. There can hardly be anything more damningly clear that this annual practice is wrong. We learn from Paul that we are no longer under the law. We're no longer under the law. And that we are free from its bondage. Anong sinasabi sa Galatians 4:9? Galatians chapter 4 verse 9, but now after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage. According to Galatians 4:9. So even more, Jesus Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law. And then Galatians chapter 4 verse 13. Galatians chapter 4 verse 13. Ye know how through infirmity of the flesh I preached the gospel unto you at the first. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us, according to Galatians chapter 3 verse 13. So, placing someone under a required system of tithing and offering is tantamount to ignoring the redemption of Christ and placing the church back under a curse of the law. So dito po makikita natin kung pag-uusapan natin ang teaching regarding sa tithes. So kung ito ay ipinapangaral, ay dadalhin tayo pabalik doon sa kautusan. At ayon nga sa ating binasa, in Galatians chapter 3 verse 13, Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. So those living under liberty and grace cannot be placed under curse. In Galatians chapter 5 verse 1, stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. So ang mga believers under this present program, ayon sa na-describe dito po sa binasa natin, we are free. We are free and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. So, pinag-uusapan dito ay ang law of Moses. So, ang mga believers under this dispensation are no longer under the law of Moses, but we're under the grace. So mandatory tithing is not a practice for the church, the body of Christ. So si Apostle Paul, as the apostle of the Gentiles, ay hindi niya ni-required ang mga believers na magbibigay ng tithes sa mga pastor. So, mandatory tithing is not a practice for the church, the body of Christ. Those who teach tithing are either ignorant of Paul's instructions or are misleading or mishandling the word of truth. Ito po napakalinaw na sa mga nagtuturo, okay, sa tithing, ito ay ignorance sa instruction na ibinigay ng Panginoon kay Apostle Paul. Titus chapter 1 verse 11. Chapter 1 verse 11, whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. So those who teach tithing are ignorant of Paul's instructions. So our generosity is an outgrowth of our thankfulness to God for what He has done on the cross. So when pastors use the law to motivate giving, they are denying the all-sufficient power of God's grace. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 14 to 15, and that He died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto Him which died for them and rose again. Verse 16, wherefore henceforth know we no man after the flesh. Yea, though we have known Christ after the flesh, yet now henceforth know we Him no more. And then chapter 9 verse 8, 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye always, having all sufficiency in all things, may abound to every good work. So dito po sa ating topic patungkol sa tithes or tithing a curse, kung bakit ito ay magiging curse. Unang-una, hindi nasunod ang buong kautusan. Ilan ba ang kautusan na ibinigay ng Panginoon kay Moses? So mayroong 613. So dapat, para hindi o maiwasan ang curse, ang 613 ay dapat sundin lahat. Ang tanong, may mga nakakasunod, may mga nakakagawa? Wala, even Israel. Kahit ang Israel na ang kautusan para sa kanila ay hindi ito nagawa. How much more ang mga Gentiles, mga believing Gentiles, o mga believers ngayon? Nasusunod ba nila, nagawa ba nila ang 613 na laws? Hindi. So, ibig sabihin, maraming under curse na believers kung yun ang pagbabasihan natin. So, ulitin ko, sabi ni Apostle Paul in Galatians or in Romans chapter 6:14 and Galatians chapter 3 verse 10 to 13, we're not under the law of Moses, but we are under the grace of God.